Hi, everyone. I'm Kyle.kelly, a solution architect at Bryant Park Consulting. In this short video, I'll walk through a high-level overview of DemandSync, our NetSuite-native approach to connecting demand and supply planning using NetSuite Planning and Budgeting. This is meant to provide context before a conversation. It's not a deep technical demo, but a way to understand what DemandSync is, what it enables, and who it's designed for. This slide summarizes DemandSync at a high level. Starting with what it is, DemandSync is a NetSuite native demand and supply planning solution built on NetSuite Planning and Budgeting. It's designed to connect demand assumptions, supply logic, and scenarios in a single planning model. What it delivers is a controlled, scenario-driven planning environment. Teams can evaluate different demand assumptions, apply business rules like lead times and inventory targets, and understand downstream impacts without overriding plans. And in terms of who it's for, DemandSync is designed for teams planning across products, locations, channels, or seasons. It works well whether teams are complementing existing planning tools or centralizing planning within the NetSuite ecosystem. On the demand side, DemandSync supports multiple forecasting approaches within the same model. Planners can combine statistical forecasts, driver-based models, and manual inputs, then layer in scenarios for things like promotions, launches, or changes in assumptions. The goal isn't to force a single forecasting method. It's to give planners flexibility while maintaining consistency and control across the plan. That demand then feeds directly into supply planning logic. DemandSync incorporates item-level lead times, inventory targets, safety stock, and open orders to generate time-phased supply requirements. Instead of reacting after the fact, teams can proactively evaluate coverage, replenishment needs, and trade-offs, all in alignment with how execution happens in NetSuite. To make this more concrete, I want to spend about a minute or two showing what the planner experience looks like. This is an example of a demand planning view in DemandSync, running directly in NetSuite Planning and Budgeting. Planners are working in a single grid where historical demand, forecasted units, and driver-based logic are all visible together. Different forecasting approaches can be applied by item or customer, whether that's rolling averages, manual inputs, or other drivers, without breaking the structure of the plan. And because history and forecast live in the same view, planners can evaluate trends, make adjustments, and model scenarios without jumping between tools. Next, this is one example of a supply planning view in DemandSync. What planners are evaluating here is how inventory is projected to move over time, based on the demand plan, current supply position, and open transactions sourced from NetSuite, such as purchase orders and sales orders. As we look forward, you can see where inventory trends toward target levels, where coverage starts to tighten, and where replenishment becomes necessary to stay within policy. This view allows you to look out into upcoming forecast years, which gives planners visibility into upcoming gaps well in advance, so decisions can be evaluated and adjusted before they impact execution. Ultimately, the outputs of the supply plan, such as recommended purchase or work orders, can be surfaced on a planner workbench. This gives teams a clear, consolidated view of proposed actions before anything moves into execution, while NetSuite remains the system of record for approvals and transactions. I hope this overview is helpful. If DemandSync looks relevant for your organization, the next step is simply a follow-up conversation to understand your planning approach and determine what makes the most sense from here. My contact information is here on the screen. Feel free to reach out, and I look forward to connecting.